Hello everybody and welcome to this tutorial in which I'm going to show you how easy it is to create technical drawings of your objects in Shapr3D. We will first start by looking into how to create projected views. That means from the front or from the side view of your objects inside your 3D modeling environment. So we're taking the geometry and projecting them into a new sketch so we can use them as a reference, build from it, or export out to AutoCAD or whatever. And then we will take a look at the drawing module. We will learn how to bring in various objects. Now you see the house, the furniture pieces, they are actually separate. As you can see, you will also learn how to create section cuts and compose different objects, make actually the detail views, add dimensions, how to configure the whole drawing system, and we will end then also with taking the bench, creating more different views, section cuts. I talk a little bit about what you can dimension, what you cannot. For example, some radii or arcs can be dimensioned and in some views it doesn't. And then I show you also how we can bring in text and images to style our presentation and how to export it. Sure, that's honestly all. Let's do it. Let me begin by showing you how easy it is to create to-scale projection drawings of your objects inside your design scene. That basically means I, for example, want these faces which I have selected be projected along this view onto a sheet of paper in the background. Okay, so to do this, we go to add construction plane, select this plane here and bring this over 150 inches. So there's a nice distance. Very good. Then I can select this surface face, go to project, and then select the target. And you see, this actually automatically projects in all the edges of that face. We can continue in selecting individual edges. It does not necessarily matter if I select the front or the back edge, it will result into one line. What you don't want to do is select both because now we have two lines there. You also don't want to select, for example, a face. Yes, it looks like a line, but actually we have four there because we have four edges. So just select carefully the elements you only need to see. We can continue, select these lines here at the bottom. Now we have the foundation, click done. We can go edit the sketch and, for example, add what's missing. We don't have to draw or project everything. We can also add the rest in. Here, I'm going to select and delete all these edges because while in sketch editing mode, now I'm going to project into the sketch the line of the foundation. And now there you see this also looks like it actually covered the wall. Very good. Let's do this one more time. We go to add construction plane. I select this one there, back 150 there, zock, zock, zock. I work a little bit sloppy and make a mistake on purpose. We project onto this one, click done, and all looks good. But this body and this body share actually an edge. Or not share, but we have two edges there at the same position. So here we do have actually two lines. If I press delete, there you see, there is still actually the line. So it is very important when you want to bring these sketches or technical drawings into other CAD programs, AutoCAD, or even Laser Cutter or whatever, that actually you prevent having duplicates. To export, by the way, you go to share, export, export project, and then here DXF from sketch. That's it. You can actually also include dimensions. So if you have other sketches with which you designed products that, for example, can be exported with the dimensions. In this case here, if we would load this into AutoCAD, I would just add the dimensions in AutoCAD and style it right there. So last thing that's maybe interesting to know, if I go ahead and change this foundation, nothing changes in my sketches because this was done after I made the projections. If I move this in front, there we see everything is being updating. Pretty cool, no? Very good. Okay. Now, let's take a look at when we, or how we can actually create the technical drawings we're going to map onto a sheet of paper. To clean our scene up, I'm going to hide all this. There we are. Very good. And to create just a technical drawing on a sheet of paper, there are two ways how we can do this. You go to here, click create drawing, and then you select the objects you want, or you select the objects you want to create a drawing from, and click drawing. Then you can give this a technical drawing, let's say house, portrait, or landscape. You can specify the paper format. It's all really up to you. And everything what you do there is changeable later. Also the view scale, all this. I will select this include for views and click done. Now we see there's actually our sheet of paper. Again, you can change everything. We can change also the scale. There we are. Beautiful, cool, no? We have the ability to double click a line, and then we can move these things around, as you can see, no? Pretty nice. Okay, very good. So let's do one exercise. I select this and delete, 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 delete. And then I go to views and I would like to create a base view. Then I can click on front and there now I can specify. So from the object I had selected, what type of views do I want to create? Let's say I would like to have a side view, or I would like to have the front view. No, okay, click plus, and then from that I can create the side view, top view, and for example, an isometric view. Click done. If I now select this view and move this left, right, or up, down, you see how the other which are associated because they're projected from it are being moved around too. I can go to views, base view, and go to here and say select this one and click plus. Now you see I created a new individual view from that. I can also go to view and say projection, and from this I project it to the right side. Now so left, front, right. Okay. That's actually how easy it is now to create different views of your objects, either connected when they're projected or individual. In this view now, I would like to add actually also a view of my furniture. How can we do this? That's pretty easy. Go to views, base view, and now I click on bodies. And here I select everything. Click done and go to there. And let's say this one plus, I can bring this over there. So you see now I this way brought in multiple objects. Okay, cool. Maybe this view here actually we delete. This view we delete. I'm actually going to rearrange everything a little bit. Let's say there and there. Let's do this one more time. From here, that is actually also quite nice. And then there we have this one. Perfect. Also here, this can be freely moved around as you can see. Cool. Okay, very good. Now let's do actually a little bit more of fun. What can we do with these views? We can actually create, for example, detail views or section views. When we go to view, we see here there is a section view. So from there to there, I can create a section view. Okay. By the way, let's go to views, base view, bodies, and I only want to have my furniture. Cool. And then do I go front? Front or left, and they pretty much look the same. Okay, okay, very good. Now this I can use and, for example, compose over there. Now this is actually one easy way how you can combine section cuts and normal views together, because we don't want maybe to look through the furniture as a section view. I only want to see this. Perfect. Or we can go back. Wait, base view. Oh, there it is. And this one I don't want to add. Thank you. Zoom in and then let's see. No. So right, that is the view. Perfect. Thank you. So there we can see now how the table is in front of the bench. Very good. No, this is only like a quick technical presentation. There we are. Beautiful. Besides the section, we also have detail view. What is actually detail view useful for? We can click on it. Let's say we go to here, click, then we can drag an area of interest, click next, and then somewhere we place our detail view. This drawing is 1 to 50 and this is 1 to 25. So when I click on this and say, well, what about 1 to 10? Ah, I can make this bigger. Cool. Then when I click this drawing, I can also, this is very useful for these isometric views, we can turn on show hidden lines if we want to. Or if it's maybe too much, like in this case with all the furniture in there, yeah, maybe don't do this. Okay, very good. How can we add dimensions? Dimensions are very easy to add. You just click an edge, there's a dimension. You can click two edges, there is the dimension. You can click this edge, there's a dimension. This is at an angle that gives now a different readout. And you see here 63/8. What I didn't really talk much about is also how we can work then with the display of dimensions. So currently I'm working here with inches and I have fraction turned on. If we go to decimal, then it switches this over to decimal, and we can even go to feet and then say display this architectural. So if you create a technical drawing that is more for architecture, interior design, something, then that is the display you want to work with. If this is something, let's say it's just a furniture piece that's going to be manufactured, then simply working with inches, decimal, or fractional is actually better. The nice thing is I can switch this to meters too. Now, and you see my design is working actually in inches. Also here we can set everything the same way. Very good. This is just only a display way. This does not change anything. Beautiful. Let's go back to our house, and there we are. Because what I would like to show you also here is, let's add actually this dimension. There we are. This one I push back a little bit. This one I push up, so it's easier to read. Let's go back to inches. And if I now go to the model space and I change this, actually, and now here I have this that push and pull there. Let's set this to 6 inches. Very good. And then if I go to my drawing, it will tell you, hey, something didn't change. Pay attention to the 10 and this one. Not only did the technical drawings update, but also the dimensions. This case, logically, because things were not connected, we need to move this one back down. Very good. So you see, actually creating these technical drawings is really not that complicated. Let's do this one more time. We create one more sheet. We can do this directly from here if we want. So there we are. And then I will select actually this bench, click next. We go landscape. This time I don't want any view to be included. There we are. I can see maybe 1/10, yeah, 1/8. Well, okay. Front is good. Perfect. There, that is nice. Then actually I can create a section view. Let's say from there to there. Bring this over. Perfect. Can we actually create a section view from that? No, we can't because that is already a projected view. So if I would like to have that other projected view, then from this, I might need to create, can I think project it. So there we can go down. Very good. And then when I go with a section view here, you see that I can actually slice. Oh, that was the wrong direction. So one more time. And then I move this one up and then simply down. With the first move, you specify how you cut it and then what view you want to see. This can move up, this can move up, and this can move up. Very good. I will bring in one isometric view. Let's say this one. There we are. Plus, and there. Beautiful. Cool. Okay. Also here, adding dimensions is easy peasy. You just select your individual edges of interest for width and height and everything. As you can see, this is really not rocket science in a good way. They made the system very easy to use. We have here rounded edges where we can add fillet dimensions to it, or not dimensions, but readouts. The same here. Now this is just a projected view. That is the cut view. Here, this is a 3D view. And there I cannot add the fillet. Also here, I cannot add a radius to the fillet readout because this is not a circle. No, this is a projected view from this angled surface. Same here, I cannot do that. So keep that in mind. The radius, for example, of the fillet, we can clearly see here. Okay, very good. Now, I would like to show you something. When I select this and this, it tells me this is 1.19. Okay, if I go to here, this is now the inside opening. Oh, look, this is actually 1 inch, no? That is actually the true dimension. So I could say from there to this point, that's also 1 inch apart. From this point to this edge, how far is this apart? Now, so with these dimensions, then I can tell somebody where are these openings. Should be a little bit careful with our dimensions so the drawings don't get too complicated also to read. Okay, beautiful. Here again, maybe to style this a little bit, that could look quite nice. Let's add a detail. Let's say here, there. Thank you. Oh, we put this one to there. 1/2 to make it nice and big. Cool. Okay. Super nice. We also have more dimension tools here, but they can be very easily accessed through exactly what I showed you already. We have helper lines for center line and center mark. Where we have to drill, we can add text, for example, here. Then if I now start clicking and say wood bench and enter, there's no text box, which I can move around, which could be very helpful. And if you have a screenshot of something, then we can add, for example, that to it. In my case, I selected the add image, then selected on my desktop the file, and then here you see there is the image, which we can place, we can scale, move around. Okay, very good. Works super easy. Cool. Okay. Now to share everything, we simply go to export drawing. And then we can export it as DXF, DWG for AutoCAD or Revit or laser cutting. And the PDF export is very good if we want, for example, to load it into something like Adobe Illustrator or Affinity Designer. And I think with that, pretty much we have everything covered that you need to learn how to create technical drawings in Shapr3D. There honestly isn't really that much. That is just the beauty of that system. You model in 3D and then it creates the drawings for you. You don't have to draw this by hand. The software does it for you. Super easy and fast and accurate. And this is it.